everyone and namaste. This is Khushboo Singhvi and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in monsoons, we all face a few problems with our curly hair. Hair turning into a frizz ball by evening or by day 2, not having very defined curls, having excessive frizz if not a frizz ball, hair not drying up, itchy scalp. These are some common problems which most of us face during monsoons or in high humidity. So if these are the problems you are facing, worry not, because today I'm going to give you a solution for these and a solution that really works. Also, before I move ahead in this video and share my amazing monsoon hacks with you all, I just want you all to know that this video is in collaboration with SublimeLife. Now, in case you still do not know about SublimeLife, it's a platform which hosts a lot of amazing skincare and hair care brands, and almost all curly hair brands that we use are available on SublimeLife. You can find all the products at amazing offers, and plus you can use my code KHUSH for an additional discount on all the products. I'll put the link in the description, and if you are looking to get your products at the best price, you should definitely give this a try. Come, now let's get started with the video. So guys, I'm recording this one small part of the video on another day because the actual clip didn't go well. So in case my hair is looking different, it's because of that. Anyway, so about humidity. Now what I want to say is that I've seen it's different for everyone. Okay, a lot of people do not face much problem in humidity. A lot of people face crazy amount of problem in monsoons and humidity. That is also majorly because where do you stay? What are the weather conditions there? I live in Jaipur and in Goa, both the places, on and off. And trust me, to handle my hair in Jaipur is like so much easier than to handle them in Goa, in any weather for that matter, because Goa is humid round the year and you need to take extra care for your hair, otherwise it can turn into a frizz ball anytime. So I have a lot of experience with humidity and with monsoons also. Now see, in Goa the monsoon lasts for 4 months, wherein in Jaipur it's going to be 15 or 20 days. So things are much easier for me when I'm in Jaipur, and similarly wherever you are staying, things can be easy or difficult for you. So don't look at someone else and think that, oh, I'm doing something wrong. No, it might be just the weather at your place. And also it's not just about humidity, it's also about dew points. Dew points also are very important. I'm not really getting there because the video will get too long and complicated, and my intention is to keep it simple. You can go and read about dew points on Google, but any which way, if you are facing a problem with humidity and monsoons, don't worry, because this video is gonna solve it. Now, if you are new to your curly hair journey, or this is the first time you're watching a curly hair video, so there are some simple steps that normally we follow for a curly hair routine. That is step number 1, cleansing, that is shampoo or co-wash. Step number 2, conditioning or deep conditioning, and then comes styling, which is use a leave-in, cream, or both, and follow up with a gel. Okay, these are just the basic steps of the curly hair routine. If you wish to see, I'll put a detailed video link in the description. You can go check it out. But why I'm telling you this, because today I'll be mostly focusing on the styling part, like how you can change your styling and use it as a wonderful way to control frizz in this crazy monsoon weather. Okay, obviously I will be talking a little about step 1 and 2 to discuss the other issues, but yeah. So now let's start with the first issue that a lot of people face, that is a itchy scalp. And a lot of people also face oily scalp. Alright, so we'll talk about this, and this also gets us to our step number 1 in our routine, that is cleansing. So what happens in monsoon is that why do you get itchy scalp? So the weather conditions are such that the growth of fungus increases a lot. Okay, if you live in a heavy monsoon area like Goa or somewhere in South or Mumbai, you'll see fungus on your furniture, on your shoes, on your clothes, on your bag. It's like everywhere because the weather conditions are such. So similarly, a fungus grows on our scalp too. It's a different kind of fungus, but yes, and because of that, you can have a itchy scalp. Okay, there is no sunlight. Like in Goa, there is no sunlight sometimes straight away for 7 or 8 days. All right, so yeah, it also happens in many other places, I'm sure. So all of this leads to more fungus on your scalp, and which leads to a itchy scalp. Very important that you keep your scalp clean. For that, what you need to do is, first, you have to wash your hair as and when needed. Do not delay or procrastinate your wash day. Okay, I do understand that in monsoons, our hair do not dry up fast, and you know the weather is such that you feel lazy, or there can be so many other reasons. You're not sweating a lot, so you do not feel like washing your hair. But if your scalp is getting itchy and you feel the need to wash your hair, you should do it. Second thing that you should do in monsoons or even otherwise is wash your pillowcases or hair bonnets, whatever you're using, frequently. Maybe more frequently in monsoons. Alright, so I'm hoping if you're a curly hair girl or a boy, you're already using a satin pillowcase by now, or a silk one. If not, it's high time you change to a satin or a silk pillowcase. So please wash it every second or third day, even if it's your hair bonnet or any hair accessory you're using to cover your hair. Please keep them clean. Very important. Third thing that you have to focus on is keeping your scalp dry. Now suppose after you washed your hair, you do not wish to diffuse. I do understand, but if possible, maybe just diffuse your scalp part or sit under the fan so that your scalp area dries up faster. Do not let the scalp scalp be wet for a very long time, so that does not become an easy environment for fungus to grow. Also, if you're working out and you're sweating and you're not washing your hair that day, maybe just take a tissue and dab off the sweat. Another thing you can do is, if you have oily scalp, suppose when you're washing your hair, you feel that your hair is dry but your scalp is oily. I completely understand that. Then maybe use a strong cleanser for scalp. Like take little shampoo and maybe use a shampoo brush or massage with your fingers very nicely with a stronger cleanser. But for your hair length, you can go for the moisturizing shampoo or a co-wash. This will also help you a lot with your oily scalp without drying out your hair. The first thing I'm sharing with you is a DIY, and it's my absolute favorite DIY. I use it a lot in summers and monsoons because I have itchy scalp in summers and monsoons. Is using neem leaves. So I have actually a video on Instagram. If you want, you can go check it out, but I'll quickly tell you here. You can dry up the neem leaves and crush it and make it a powder, or you can buy ready-made powder from the market and add it to your DIY deep conditioners or maybe little oil or anything and apply it on your scalp before you wash your hair. Alternatively, you can boil the neem leaves in water and spray that water all over your scalp before you wash your hair. So now, if you're not a DIY person, there is a range from Plum, which is the tea tree range. This works amazing for itchy scalp, for dandruff and everything. So you can definitely try this out. I'll tell you how. But yeah, I'm not saying this is going to eliminate your dandruff completely, but it's going to control it big time. And itchy scalp, it definitely controls. I've literally used this all summer and I'm using it in monsoons too, and it's working amazing for me. Now coming to my shampoo recommendations. So you can definitely try this one from Plum. This is the tea tree shampoo and this works amazing. This literally keeps my scalp super calm till my next wash day. Another shampoo I like to use is this Gentle Daily shampoo from Flossom. Now both of these shampoos are a great choice, but I recommend to use them just once in a week, not more than that, or maybe once in 8-9 days. For other wash days, you should go for like more moisturizing or gentle shampoos, something like this Flossom moisturizing shampoo. This is amazing, doesn't dry out your curls at all. Then Ashpa shampoo, they are both great choices to use for your midweek washes. Or you can also opt for co-washes if that is what you like. Like you can go for this Maintain co-wash or the Flossom Dense Intense Mask. Even these work great. Personally, I love to use co-washes in summers, but I don't know why in monsoons I prefer using shampoos. This is just a personal choice. You can see what you or your scalp likes more and decide accordingly. Now, where do these come in picture? The Plum Tea Tree Scrub and the serum. Now, this is only for people who have a itchy scalp, or itchy scalp is very common for you in monsoons. And what you can do is you can try these. You try using this scrub on any day when you're using a gentle shampoo. You're not doing a main wash, you're not using a strong shampoo, but you feel your scalp is very itchy. Just try using this scrub before the moisturizing shampoo. This is very gentle. It does not dry out your curls at all. So this serum you can use anytime, before your wash, after your wash. This is like a leave-on product. If you want, you can just leave it in your hair. So if you don't want to buy the scrub or use the scrub, you can instead buy the serum, use it before or after your shampoo, like half an hour before your shampoo, or you can just apply it after you're done washing your hair before styling and leave it on in your hair. This really controls your itching big time. At least temporary relief is amazing with this. Now let's move on to the problem number 2, that is excessive dry hair or hair fall or hair breakage in monsoon. Now I completely understand that, and this also gets us to our step number 2, that is conditioning and deep conditioning. Now in monsoons, conditioning and deep conditioning is very important. I mean, it's important all around the year, but what happens in monsoons, there's a lot of water molecule in the air, and if your hair is dry, it will start attracting that water molecule from the air, which will cause you frizziness, which will cause swelling of your hair strand, and you'll feel that your hair is going fluffy and frizzy. So if you don't want this to happen, it's important that you nourish your hair nicely. So please condition and deep condition properly. It's very important. Talking about hair fall, I personally experience a lot of hair fall in monsoons every single year. And I used to get a lot worried about it earlier, but now I don't. For 2 reasons. First, there is something called as a telogen phase. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'll put the name here. You can go Google it. That is a phase when your follicles, rest for 2 to 3 months and then your hair falls. It happens to everyone. It can be different and when does that phase appears. But I think for me, it is the monsoon time because every single year my hair fall gets crazy in monsoon. So I have convinced myself that this is my telogen phase and that is why my hair is falling. And after that comes anagen, something I don't remember exactly. I'll put that here as well, wherein your hair grows again. So see, I feel that is happening because if that was not the case, I would have gone bald by now with the amount of hair fall I have in monsoons every year, right? So in so many years, I would have gone bald. So I feel that this is not something we should really worry about. It is okay, but definitely there are reasons that can increase your hair fall, like not conditioning or deep conditioning your hair properly, not using leave-ins, or not washing your scalp hair when they are dirty or when it's needed, or if you have split ends, which is causing you hair breakage because your hair is getting super tangled. So all of these things can happen. So you should definitely avoid these. You should not let your hair fall increase because of these reasons. But if you're doing everything and you're still having hair fall, I think it's it's okay, you should just relax, because taking stress is only gonna cause you more hair fall. So don't worry, you're not going bald after monsoon. It's gonna be all fine again. My suggestions for conditioners and deep conditioners, I would say honestly use whatever you're using and whatever is working for you. There is nothing that you need to add new. I've shared my favorites in many videos already, but if you still want to know, I'll quickly tell you. You must be already knowing it by now if you've been here for a while. I love to use the Ashwa deep conditioner and the maintain conditioner. These are my two absolute favorite. They are super balanced, works amazing. I also love the True Flux deep conditioning mask. This is, again, it works amazing for me. I also love the Ashwa conditioner and the True Flux conditioner. Even the plum masks are a great choice, the avocado one and the olive one, depending on your hair type. So you can use any of these, or you can use any which you are currently using. Continue using that, and yeah. Let's move on to styling. Now, styling is excessively important in monsoons, which consists of obviously a leave-in or a cream or both, and a gel. How you layer up your stylers is going to change the entire game. Okay, so basically now we are moving on to a very important problem which a lot of people face, is excessive frizz, losing definition on day 2, hair turning into a frizz ball. So all of these points I'm going to cover now. I'm going to share 3 very simple hacks wherein how to layer up your stylers and what to do, and which is going to solve your problem big time. But before that, there is one thing common which I want to tell you all, and that is I feel that in monsoons, avoid using any heavy creams. Personally, they just do not work for me. If I apply a very heavy cream for my hair in monsoons, my hair turns frizzy much faster. Like something like Cantu, I don't want to use. Of course, Cantu is very high on humectants also, and that can also be a reason. But anything that is heavy, I avoid using. Like any cream that has worked amazing for you in winters, avoid using it in the monsoons right now. I personally prefer to use leave-ins in monsoon. They work amazing for me. My absolute favorite leave-in for monsoons is Ashwa leave-in. I've been using this for years now, and this works amazing for me in monsoons, and I continue to use this. So yes, you can definitely go for this one. And there has been a new addition, and that is the True Frog leave-in. I absolutely love using this as well. Now, I've been using it this summers and now in monsoons too, and it's working amazing for me. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly choice, you can go for this one. These two leave-ins works amazing for me. Now, in case you're somebody whose hair is very dry, or you're thinking that leave-ins are not enough and you need to use a cream, so maybe reduce the quantity of your cream to half and add a little leave-in. Like, apply a little leave-in first and then use little cream. That is something you want to do. Like, I like to use Scalp cream also, and I do use it in monsoon sometimes, but reduce the quantity almost to half, than what I use normally. So if you want, you can use Scalp cream too, or any light cream of your choice, but definitely see it's not very heavy, and reduce the quantity if you have to, or use a leave-in. This is my personal recommendation. Now moving on to the fourth and the most important step, that is the gel. Gel is excessively important in monsoons because that is something that is gonna prevent your hair from going bad. It's like a barrier between the humid weather and your hair, and of course leave-in also is. So leave-in is also very important, but gel is something that's gonna hold your curls, protect your curls from this whole thing, and layering up your gels or how to apply your gel can change everything. And all the 3 hacks I'm talking now is basically on gel, and my gel recommendations also I'll share when I am talking about the hacks. Before that, one last issue that I want to address, that is drying time. Your hair takes so long to dry in monsoons, correct? That is very, very true. So obviously there is one thing you can do, is use a diffuser or a hair dryer. I have an entire video of how to use the diffuser, and also having diffusing hacks. If you do not want to use the diffuser the normal way, there are 3 amazing hacks there on how to dry up your hair faster. I'll link that video in the description. You can go check it out. That's going to help you big time again. But if you are somebody who do not like to use a diffuser, or you do not have a diffuser, I completely understand. There are people who do not wish to use a hairdryer or a diffuser, and that's perfectly okay. All these 3 hacks I'm sharing with you now will also help you in reducing your drying time. I'm not saying it's going to be super quick, because in monsoon that doesn't happen, but it's definitely going to be faster than normal. So yeah, that's going to help you a lot. So come, let's get started with the hacks. Now, the first hack I'm talking about is using 2 gels, and how is very important. So listen up. Now, what happens is that in monsoon, our hair definitely needs more gel than usual, because it is important for us to control that frizz in that humid weather. So more gel is definitely needed, but let me tell you how to use it in the most effective way. So obviously step number 1 will be using your leave-in. Once you've applied your leave-in, now I want you to use your first gel. It's important that this gel is moisturizing. It should not be a gel which dry out your hair. So yeah, so ensure that you use a moisturizing gel. My personal favorite for this step is going to be the Ashwa gel. Absolutely love it. It works amazing for me. The curl up gel. This is again my another favorite gel for monsoons, and the Fix My Curls jelly. I love to use these three gels in monsoon. These are like my absolute favorite to use for this weather. So you can use any of these, or you can use any gel that you have. Another gel that I love is a flaxseed gel. The homemade flaxseed gel works amazing as the first gel here. So you can use any of these, whichever you have, whichever you like, whichever you prefer, and use this as the first step. After this, squeeze out all the excess water. Very important. If you want, you can also plop your hair for around 3 to 5 minutes to get rid of that excess water, and then follow up with your second gel. Now your second gel can be any of these, any one of these if you want, or if there is any other hard hold gel which you love, you can use that. You know, a gel which has been drying for you but gives you a very good hold, you can use that here, because you already have a moisturizing gel layer on your hair, and before that you have a leave-in. So yeah, now you can use that gel, or you can layer up any of these. You can use, you know, the same gel what you have used in step 1 as well. And yeah, that is it. This method gives you amazing results. Try it and let me know how it goes for you. Okay, so out of all the 3 hacks I'm talking about, I think this is the one which takes the maximum time to dry out, because we are using double gels, and gels definitely increases the time your hair dries up in. But as you know, after the step 2, that is after using the first gel, we've squeezed out all the excess water, or we've plopped our hair for those 3 to 5 minutes, and that's really going to help, you know, in getting rid of excess water. So yeah, but any which way, you can use a diffuser if you want after this one to get your hair dry faster. Now let's move on to a hack number 2, and that is mousse gel mousse. Okay, I'm sure you must have heard about it sometime, but I don't know if you have used it or not. This is what I've used for this wash day, and you can see how amazing my results have turned out. The hair feels so light, it dries up much faster, and it works like magic. So again, step number 1 here will be using a light leave-in, and then follow up with a mousse. I've used the True Frog mousse today. This mousse is amazing, you guys. I don't know if you have tried this yet or not, but I think this definitely deserves a try. Such a reasonable one, works amazing, fabulous. I just love this one. There's another choice by Fix My Curls as well. I'll put it here. I haven't used this one, but this is also a new mousse. So we do have 2 new mousse in the market now. So I'm so happy that we have Indian brands making mousse now. So yeah, so what I've done is I've applied the mousse first. I'll try to put a video clip here so you guys can see. So I started with the mousse first. I took around 5 to 6 pumps of this. This is more like a foam than a mousse, but yeah. So I just applied it all over my hair length in praying hands motion, and then I did a little bit of scrunching. After this, I followed up with a gel. Now if you want, you can also go like gel, mousse gel. It gives a much better hold, but the hair feels a little heavy and takes much longer to dry. So I'm using the curl up gel here. You can use any gel you prefer, or Ashwa or Fix My Curls jelly are my preferences. These 3. Take a generous amount and then again go through your entire hair length in praying hands motion. After that, I did scrunching, and also ensure that I squeezed out all the excess water here before I went ahead again with the mousse. After this, I took a little less mousse than the earlier quantity, like maybe around 3 pumps now or 4 pumps, and then again I did the same thing all over my hair length. So yeah, this is what I did for this one. And guys, this method works so amazing in monsoons. It gives you these amazing gorgeous results, and your hair just feels so light. You don't feel any heaviness in your hair, and also your hair dries up much faster than usual. So this is a hack you should definitely try in monsoons. And now let's move on to the third hack, the third way of styling hair this monsoon. And that is basically a version of damp styling, but not really damp styling. I have a detailed video of this on my Instagram, which I've shared like almost 2 years back, and this is something I've been using for a very long time. So yeah, so what you have to basically do here is apply a leave-in in your dripping wet hair, how you usually do, and then remove out the excess water, plop your hair, let your hair dry for maybe an hour or 2, like, you know, when your hair is kind of 40 to 50% dry, and at this point you need to apply your gel. So you have to apply your gel a little generously here. It's very important. Again, you can use flaxseed jelly if you want. It works great, but will not give you a great hold. So yeah, otherwise you can use any of these gels that I've shared here. My personal favorites are these 3, Ashwa, Curl Up and FMC jelly for monsoons, but you can use any gel that you have and which you think have a great hold and which does not dry out your curls. So yeah, this is the stage. At 40 to 50% dry, you can even go till 60% dry as you're comfortable, and then you apply your gel. Now this helps in super fast drying. You will see that your hair is drying up much faster than any of the other methods that you've used or than your usual method. This method works best for people who are looking for a great volume. Okay, the frizz here will be a little more than the first 2 methods that we have discussed, but still still it will not be very crazy. But yeah, and also this method works great for people who want their hair to dry up really fast without using a diffuser. So this is again a great monsoon hack. You can definitely try these out. So these are 3 hacks that works amazing. Try out whichever one you want. Yes, in the last hack which I've just told you, please be very generous with your gel. And if you see frizz, anywhere after applying gel, you can just little dampen your palms, if I can say that, and go over that frizz to, just settle it down. But yeah, all of these 3 techniques works amazing and they give you gorgeous results. At least I have always experienced that. These are my most favorite ways to use during monsoons. So I highly recommend that you try them out and let me know how it goes. Let me know in the comments if you try any of these or if you have tried, because on my Instagram I have shared about these earlier as well. It makes me very happy when you guys try and you come and share your experience with me. If you have any other questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I really hope this video was helpful and these hacks are going to be super helpful for you. So yeah, happy monsoon season to you all. Enjoy your monsoons without worrying about your curls. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video.